2024 is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Big year, big year.
We are the Kickback Lounge Podcast. My name is Drew Young, and I'm here with my co-host in the building,
Kenny B. What's going on, baby?
Yes, sir. And today, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's popping this year so far. It's already January 14th. We're 14 days in, but it feels like a lifetime. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe and follow and like and share your thoughts, the most important part. Thank you for listening. All right. So we're just like 2 weeks into the 2024 season.
Let me ask you this. Have you written 2024 yet?
Yes.
Have you wrote that yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I do business, bro. I do business. I gotta write 2024.
I keep writing 2023 and it's driving me nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to do that. I haven't done it this year though. But I save a lot of stuff, but you know.
Yeah.
So I'm saving under 2024.
Yeah. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to it, but yeah, man, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. And then already popping off a couple days into 2024.
Yeah.
We have this guy getting sentenced. Like no parole or something like that, right?
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
And then he jumps over the table.
To
the judge.
Towards the judge.
Bro, you saw that?
Yes.
That stuff's wild, man.
It went viral. Everyone saw that. That was crazy.
That was literally a couple days in, bro.
A couple days in. And then the guy gets retrialed.
Yeah.
And he's literally in the same courtroom with the same judge.
I never seen the retrial stuff.
Oh yeah, and she gave him like a bunch of new counts and stuff like that. Like he's gone for years.
She's like,
so.
What? She had a fucking scroll or some shit.
I think they gave him attempted murder. So yeah, he's done.
To her?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. So he's done. But
how could you do murder though?
It was worth it. He definitely has a staple.
You think he's trying to murder her? Or just beat her up?
It don't matter. Once they charge you with that, bro, it's over.
Yeah, that is kind of wild.
It's over.
Dude, you think that's gonna start happening? Like
they made sure it did not start happening.
No, but like, do you think it's gonna start happening in like courtrooms soon? Like, this dude went viral.
Not after that.
Because if you don't care, why was he loose?
That's yeah.
Because like, he was on trial, right?
He was on trial.
Like he had already been in jail and he was trying to get probation, right?
Yeah, something like that. And they tried to.
So why was he not like in handcuffs and shit?
I don't know. Whose idea that was when not to put this dude in restraints was they're definitely fired.
You're only here and you're getting fined. But you know who else? Like that dude ran like a 4.34. You know who else runs a 4.34? Our guy,
Katt Williams, baby.
Yes, and if you guys haven't seen it, Katt Williams was on Club Shay Shay with
Yep.
Shannon Sharp.
Which,
that dude's killing it, man.
Oh yeah,
Shannon Sharp's killing it. He's on First Take now. He's did 34 million in 4 days.
Yeah,
which is like, I don't know if that's a record for podcasting, but
they said it is record breaking. Yeah, I think he's at 24 million in what?
It was 34, bro.
Was it 34 million?
34 in 4 days. That's when I looked at it. But
wow,
I
think in 24
wild,
hours he was already at 12 million. So
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. Oh shit. So it's currently at 48.
Whew.
Dude, they're almost doing 50 mil on a podcast
On one episode.
Bro, he's getting paid for that,
bro.
But yeah, you said you didn't like Shannon Sharp on First Take?
I'm not a big fan of Shannon Sharp right now. And if you guys can kind of relate to this, please let us know in the comments. Mm-hmm. But as of late, Shannon Sharp just seems to be yelling a lot of nonsense on TV.
He's always done that, though.
Well, I mean, leading up to this point, he got the contract with First Take, and he's trying to kind of find his footing. So I'm like, all right, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. And then we do this episode with Katt Williams, and I'm like...
But this is like his own platform, though.
Well, that's when I'm like, okay, hold on. He seems to be doing better on that than he is on his regular day job.
You think it's taken away from...
Oh, it's definitely taken away from his First Take.
But he is a good interviewer.
He's a great interviewer on his own time.
When he did Steve Harvey...
Oh, yeah, Steve Harvey was good.
He's done a bunch. Mm-hmm. He's done a bunch. I don't know if you watch anything else. I think he did Ice Cube, right?
He did Ice Cube. He's done artists. He's done, brand owners and stuff like that.
Players.
It's cool.
Different players.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
And I think that he actually shines on that show because he can kind of not filter himself as much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when it comes to First Take, he's trying to be too corporate. But yeah, we can get into the.
I don't know.
Williams,
I think I've seen him with some Henny.
No, I mean,
Henny in the Woods. Has he done that on ESPN yet?
No, not yet. That's what I'm saying. He's really trying to clean his act up, which is cool. But it's just kind of boring content for me. I mean, I enjoy his podcast a little bit better.
Yeah,
that's just me.
But yes, he did have Katt Williams on.
Katt Williams,
and that thing went viral. Katt was airing out everybody. Ricky Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer. He actually went at all the comedians that Joe Rogan has on his pod.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen that, but he was going off. But a lot of stuff he said, people confirmed and came out. And said was true.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the Ice Cube thing, right?
Yeah, Ice Cube responded a few days ago, actually, and basically said, they asked him, like, what do you think about the situation? And we'll get to Cedric and all them as well. But he basically said, like, when it came to Friday and the part specifically with, Ricky Smiley and Katt Williams, there was two parts. One part was the Santa Claus part, which Ricky Smiley took, and then one part was the pimp role, which is what Katt took. What he basically said was that what Katt said when like Ricky Smiley basically is like from his angle is saying that he basically was offered the pimp role and he basically took the Santa role from him.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Katt basically got given the pimp role secondhanded, right? So then Katt's saying that
Katt was saying like, no, I was always supposed to be the pimp because like who's gonna cast like a 5'5" Santa Claus?
Right.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
It's fair.
So, we're like, all right, cool. And then Katt basically was saying that, like, once he got the role, he wrote the parts for the role. He made the role bigger. He added things to the role to make it more grand, right? So Ice Cube came out and confirmed that was true. He said that Katt Williams got the part, and the part was very, very small, maybe like a 15-minute part, and it turned into what we saw in the final product, which was like a whole couple of scenes. That was all from Katt Williams' brain.
We were talking about it a bit before the pod.
Yeah.
Katt said he had something to do with the writing of it, and he said they're already working on the next Friday movie.
Yeah.
And he said he's like writing that too, so I don't know.
Yeah, and so, what's really cool for me, and I can't really speak for Drew, but what's really cool for me is every single time we see Katt Williams in some drama. Every single time.
Let's name a couple of those times.
So one time he got in a fist fight at a charity kickball game.
Oh yeah, kickball
with a 13-year-old. Scrapped him up real nice.
That was like the last. That was like the last thing we heard of Katt Williams.
And then he disappeared.
Yeah, this is the last thing we heard of Katt Williams before this. Like,
literally disappeared for like 5 years. Came back out again,
and he was going at everybody.
He's on this fucking breakfast
taking
show.
Notes. He's taking notes. He's like,
he's on this morning show and he's ripping people to shreds. So Katt Williams just comes and goes, right? So seeing this guy come out and just say this nonsense, and you're like, oh my god, this shit is so untrue. To seek a person like Ice Cube, who's so grounded.
I didn't even initially think it was untrue.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh, Katt Williams is like he was giving me like it was giving Orlando Brown, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So much
different like sporadicness.
Yeah,
in
like
what he's saying.
He was doing this like
tweaking,
but I know he was going at Kevin Hart a lot too.
Going to Kevin Hart,
going at a lot of comedians, which we'll get into. But yeah, he was going at Kevin Hart. He was basically saying like, every role that Kevin Hart got, like that came across my desk.
Yes.
And he turned it down because like they wanted to he brought this up too, like they wanted to put him in a dress. And he was like, not having it.
No, I'm not having it. And he got offered the job with Martin Lawrence for Big Mama House 2. And Martin's basically said, you got to get in this dress with me. He declined that.
He's like saying like, oh, we could have played any other role, but like we already did this,
Yes.
Like you want to be
I just respect
again.
The biggest thing that I respect from that, and what I was going to say is just like, he has truth in his words, and you can go back and just literally fact check everything that he was saying, and it's true. You move on to the stuff what he was talking about, like the kings of comedy.
For the most part, yeah, we'll say.
For the most part,
because we haven't like gone and confirmed everything, but like,
yeah, and some people are coming out, like we said, with Cedric Entertainer, Ice Cube. These guys are basically giving us the truth, and it's like it's crazy to see.
Cedric, he said that Cedric stole one of his jokes.
Cedric stole a joke,
which like it's all on tape, so you can literally see that like it's facts. And as somebody from St. Louis, like I support my city. And like Cedric is from St. Louis, but so it sucks. It kind of sucks to see it, but hey, don't. That's the number one like golden rule in comedy.
100%
is like don't steal jokes. like especially like verbatim.
Yeah.
I think they said he like changed like one thing, but it was like it wasn't like that.
Wasn't enough for it to be different.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. Like he just changed one of the words and like it was the same joke, which is like it's sacrilege and
it's kind of embarrassing too when you think of it. Like when you,
of course, especially when you get called out.
Yes, and you have a guy who's like Cedric Entertainer, who has a really good track record, and I don't know if you've seen his response, but he was basically his energy was like, you know, I'm just gonna stay me, I'm just gonna stay in my lane. Like no. Because in this position,
you know you're wrong at that point.
You know you're wrong.
You know, if you weren't wrong, you'd be coming with some heat, especially as a comedian.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like,
all these guys are serious. All these guys are dead serious, and that's the thing. It's like we're to a point now where he actually said too much. I feel like Katt Williams said too much information, and now these guys don't have any footing to kind of stand on.
Well, you know what's funny too about this interview is, he said during this interview, he's like, no, this interview is going to be huge. This interview is like, people are going to want to come to Club Shay Shay to tell the truth about things and like really air it out. So we'll see. I mean, it's going to only lead to like bigger interviews. And
I mean, we're a couple of weeks into it now and it's just only gotten bigger. And let me ask you this, because I've seen some theories on X and on Instagram. Let me ask you this, because we're big on conspiracies every once in a while. How do you feel about the timing of this dropping and then the list for Epstein's like island or whatever?
You talking about Katt Williams and this?
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying this is a distraction. They're saying it's a distraction.
I don't think that's.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's just like,
because I don't think it's too far-fetched.
There was other stuff going on during Epstein's list, like with like the whole like Trump trials, like taking him off the ballot and stuff.
Yeah.
Where I don't think this is like a coordinated thing at all.
You don't think so?
In my opinion.
Okay.
But hey, if that's what...
Because I was going to say, if you look at the track record, of America, especially in like the last 10 years, we've tried to, major news, we've tried to like kind of, like even at the stuff with like Mike Brown, we try to throw a lot of stuff under the rug with like a bigger story. And the way that the numbers that this did, I think it was like the first 2 days, this shit had like 7 million views.
Yeah.
Like
we said, 4 days, 32 mil.
That's hard for me to believe. Like that. And a guy from Katt Williams to come out, but
I don't think it was Katt Williams. Like they're just like, hey, Epstein's list coming out. Just call out everybody, tell the exact truth, and then be yourself. Like, no, I don't think so, because I don't think anybody anticipated this to be this big. But we can talk about the Epstein stuff.
Yeah, we can get into it. It's just
I didn't look too much into it, but the only thing I saw really trending is the fact that like Stephen Hawking was out there, and it was so many memes, bro.
Oh my god, it's just the fact of that list dropping and then just seeing like Stephen Hawking on that list in 2024 is just comedy.
Here's the thing, like that when they call it Epstein's list, they're just naming celebrities that got named
in the trial.
Right. They're not necessarily a pedophile.
Right.
But during the trial, they did say like,
I think like Bill Clinton was one of them.
Yeah. Epstein was talking to somebody about Bill Clinton, and they're like, Clinton likes him young, you know. So hey, you take that.
I like the fact that they were like,
bro.
I like the fact that they were like naming how many times the person's name was being named in the actual like investigation, because that's pretty cool too. And just the fact of like them releasing that information was kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, I think there's just too much info out there, and people try to stop it. Of course, like it took this long for the trial, like the information about the trial to even be released. But I did retweet something. It was like, it's Epstein. It was like betting to see who would be on the list. Hillary Clinton, Rudy Giuliani, Barack Obama, Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
But like they were just like, I don't know, the betting odds, dude. America will bet on anything.
Oh
bro.
yeah, easy.
Like that's wild to me.
Easy. And I honestly was surprised that it didn't make that big of news. It did, but it didn't at the same time.
No, it definitely got like overshadowed. Like I will say, to your point, it definitely got overshadowed by things.
Oh yeah.
And like people were trying to make moves and stuff to kind of just like cover it up.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Katt Williams stuff is.
It's kind of weird, wasn't it? And then you have Nick Saban, you know, his retirement.
Dude,
that happened.
Nick Saban out, Pete Carroll out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of change in 2024, we'll say.
Oh,
so
a lot
far.
Of change. A lot of change, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any predictions for the year or anything?
It's kind of hard, honestly. This is such a weird year. We're either going to go into an even deeper hole with our economy because they're still talking about like a government shutdown, which might still happen.
Yeah, they just passed like a short-term plan, which they keep doing these short-term things.
Short-term plans,
and then they're like
6-month plans, 3-month plans.
Well, like a couple months, or I don't know how long this one is specifically, but they're like, yeah, we'll push that to the side, blah blah blah, and
it's inevitable, kind of. So, that might happen, and then it's
election year, bro.
Election year, yeah, that's coming up.
It's election year, which in radio, it's just we're just flooded with like advertising.
I mean, Americans in general. The election year is always a big year. That's all you see. That's all you hear. So it's going to be a big political year for us for sure. World news. I mean, the world is changing right now. So
if like people are trying to say, like, if Trump or Biden get elected, then like some side is gonna riot again. Like they're basically saying like another January 6th.
Yeah.
And they did release the footage of January 6th. I didn't watch too much of it, but like I'm pretty sure it's like not what they said initially, where it was just like full on, just like people just like storming the Capitol to like. Definitely there was people trying to do that and like trying to find like Nancy Pelosi and shit. But
what's that group called? Are they called the Proud Boys?
Yeah. Yeah.
So have you seen the videos of them like taking U-Hauls?
No.
And then there's like 30 guys in the back of the fucking U-Haul.
That sounds a little.
And they'll pull up to certain places and then just like load out, and they'll have like their weapons and shit.
Little gay.
Well, they
30 guys in a U-Haul, a little gay.
They believe in flexing that First Amendment right, and
they're flexing that First Amendment.
They'll have some, they'll be strapped up.
Yeah.
And so stuff like that is what I look out for, because we do live in a red state, and I live in a red state times 2. No,
you live in a blue state now.
Well, I guess a blue state, yeah. Illinois is a blue state. Okay, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I live in a blue state and a red state. Anyways,
no longer.
It's kind of scary.
A Mo resident.
It's kind of scary though, man. Like, because you do have to consider that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. Do you have a pick for who you think's gonna win? Like, not who you want to win, but like who do you think?
I think it'll be Trump.
You think so?
If he doesn't get fucked with like the cases
like put in jail?
And stuff, then I think he's gonna win for sure.
Yeah, if I had to guess, because I mean we might replay this after. It's kind of hard to say with like all the legal stuff pending with both like Biden and Trump.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild, bro. It's just the world we live in nowadays.
I mean,
bro.
it's Drew. This is probably the craziest chaotic energy. It seems like after the Mike Brown shit, the 2014, where me and you were staying up till like 12 watching this shit unfold in our own city. It seems like after that happened,
it was like
it's just stuff.
It's like a little fuse that kind of like lit a bunch of
just stuff after stuff after stuff after stuff. We got exposed, I think, as a society to how grounded our government is and how quick that we could just switch. And I think the pandemic helped out with that too. But we are really grounded, bro. And like it's little things keeping us from being a third world country, bro, that could just fuck our shit up. And,
I think, from 2019, like the end of 2019 to like now to 2024, like definitely the pandemic of like the vaccines, the masks, like really divided people.
It set us back.
Yeah.
It set us back for sure. You could feel it. And I think that's the thing is like we came back, and, we had the rebirth, and, last year we've had our holidays and stuff. But even this Christmas, I was talking to people about it, and I worked this Christmas. Like, you could look at people's faces. We were saying like happy holidays to people as they were leaving and stuff. Like, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. It's just like the energy was off. So, you throw that into the fact of like climate change.
People were not spending as much this year.
Bro. It wasn't there.
People were not spending as much this year, at least from what I've seen. Like, especially with like people I talk to that like get like tips and stuff for the holidays, like they were saying like it's not the year.
No,
it was not the year.
I will tell you this. Let's switch gears a little bit. One thing that I'm looking forward to this year, it's not a prediction, but it's something I'm looking forward to this year, is Apple's new goggles. Have you seen those?
I did see those, yeah.
Dude, those are so fucking cool. It's just like Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Like you literally hook up and everything is there. Like that is genius, bro. I can have my iPhone in my living room, bro. Like let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
No,
we're here.
I think that's dope. Like I do want to try out some VR stuff.
Cybertruck this year, I think.
Have you ever done VR?
No, not like seriously, like invested into it. I have never done a serious investment on VR. That's why I'm like very stoked, because now Samsung's going to come out with a competitor. Yeah. Android's going to come out. Google's going to come out with a competitor.
What kind of impact do you think that has, like, VR just like constantly, like, let's say 5 out of the 7 days of the week, you're on VR for at least like a couple hours. Like, how do you think that will change society at all?
I think that's better for society.
You think it's like we're more interconnected?
Oh yeah.
You know what actually happened? Like, there was, I think it was in New Jersey. Maybe it was New Jersey or it was either New Jersey or out of the country. But there's somebody who's getting investigated for the first VR sexual assault. I can't say the word because this going on YouTube. But like, wow, it was like gang.
How did it like go about?
I don't know, dude. But it's like VR, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just what?
It's VR. How do you even regulate that? Because it's like it's VR, man. But like it's the idea behind it.
Right. So it's like, are you really committing the crime?
I mean, what are you gonna get, like, banned? I mean, you can get banned, but like, are you gonna get arrested in IRL for that?
Like, could you just use a VPN, and then just be good? Like,
dude, the government could see, they can get through VPN.
Like, most likely.
Nah, they can.
Do you think that we're gonna get to a point where this like VR is starting to get regulated, like 100%?
I don't think so soon.
Government ran, government owned.
Nah, because like they haven't even controlled crypto yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And crypto's been around for how long?
Yeah.
And it just takes like they're like we were just talking about. They're trying to avoid getting shut down.
Yeah,
and like they can't even figure that out. How are they gonna figure out how to regulate VR?
Oh, that'd be insane.
It's gonna have to go to like it's like social media. Like how are they gonna regulate social media?
Yeah,
the VR is like a whole different world.
It's a whole different world. And the thing is that we're getting this in 2024 is just wild to me. And then I think we get Cybertruck this year. I'm pretty sure.
Well, the first before we go ahead, let me get your thoughts on that. Like, the sexual assault thing. Like, what do you think about that? Like, do you think it should be regulated?
It's just weird. It's something you would just like. It seems like it shouldn't be real, but it's real.
Because you know how people are on like GTA or something. Like, I mean that. When we used to play GTA RP, that definitely happened and somebody got banned.
Yeah. It's just wild that it's like actually true. It's scary.
Like, do you think you can arrest somebody IRL for that? Or?
No.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, unless you can somehow track that kind of activity, like,
but
how
like
do you charge somebody for that?
It's like you can so where do you draw the line? Because you can kill people in video games.
Yeah.
But like you draw the line there, I don't know. It's just a weird. It's just a weird boundary,
thing. And it's something that we're gonna have to start to explore as we continue to go along with this new technology. So it's. I
think we'll get more AI regulations, probably more crypto regulations, and then maybe eventually they'll move on to like the VR stuff or the metaverse stuff. We'll say
the metaverse stuff, and they started testing iRobot now, like
iRobot,
like real robots, like the Will
That's
Smith
scary.
movie,
yeah.
Apparently, it had like intentions to like harm humans. So that's got to
be like the number one rule of like AI, like when you're making AI and stuff. Like you can't have it harm humans, but they don't care. Like a lot of like governments want to weaponize it for military purposes and like just control.
If we're being realistic, I don't think it'll ever get to that point. Like I think we'll stop technology before it gets to the point where it's
you think we'll stop it?
Oh yeah, easy.
How?
Easy.
You think so?
Oh yeah. If there was ever a point where the Terminator tried to happen, where like technology just tried to take over the world, or like the Matrix or something like that. Like I think we'll be able to stop it before it gets to that point.
There was
I believe in humanity.
There was some simulation. So they set up like this AI drone, but I think it was like in a simulation they set up like this AI drone to like take orders and attack certain targets, and then the AI felt that the commanding station or like the tower giving it commands was interfering with its purpose. So then it attacked the tower that was giving it commands.
Wow.
And so that's just a little look into like what it's possible of. And I think that's the biggest thing. There was this movie I watched, it was a TV series. It was called Murder at the End of the World.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. So if you want to watch it, just skip this part, bro. To be honest. But basically, the whole idea is this billionaire guy got a bunch of people together in this like bunker in like Iceland or something like that.
Okay.
And somebody, the main chick in the movie, she's like, she kind of investigates like either hackings or like murders.
Okay.
She's like a hacker herself, but she investigates murders. And then there's a murder that happens and people are getting killed. And then, spoiler alert, turns out it was the AI basically. So this guy had a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the kid would wear this like headset, kind of like the VR headset, but you could see the AI and it would appear like as a person. And
like Blade Runner.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen it.
Dude, it's fire. 2049. Watch it. That movie's fire. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. But the guy that created this AI bot, the billionaire, he would like vent to the AI bot for like therapy and stuff. Uh-oh. And like, sometimes you say things in like a hyperbolic way that you don't really mean, like, oh, I want to kill this guy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like if you say that to AI, it'd be like, that's my purpose.
Yeah.
So he basically the AI basically got the little kid to kill certain people in the movie. Like that's kind of the ending. So sorry. But dude, it just kind of shows you like where AI can go and like how it kind of just has like one track mind of like, this is my purpose. This is my purpose.
Yeah.
If you get in the way of the purpose, you might get axed.
You might get it. And that's the thing. It's like, I was thinking about this. Like, what's one way to kill a human? A virus.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, you can kill...
So what are you saying?
You can literally kill any form of technology with a virus.
Oh, like ransomware or something?
Oh, yeah. We can make a Trojan horse strong enough to fuck some shit up. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. Hey, give me 10 minutes on a laptop.
There's so many companies. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole of like the dark web, which is like a scary place, bro.
Everyone's been there once.
There's like, I've never been there, and I don't think you have either.
Oh, I have, but
you've been on the dark web.
I haven't been on the dark web, but I've been like searching a lot about the dark web, and then I get so scared about searching the dark web that I stop searching the dark web because I don't want to be on the dark web.
They're like, I don't know,
it's crazy,
bro. Okay, so I don't know if anybody watching this can like answer this question, but like, how much different is Twitter, like the stuff you see on Twitter? Because you see like heads getting chopped off. You see like some wild shit. Like
I saw a guy get chopped in a wood chipper.
You see a guy like shoot his wife and his kids and then shoot himself. How different is that to like the stuff you see on the dark web? I know the dark web could be like torture. Like somebody will like get chopped with a chainsaw or like some crazy stuff. But people are
I never really thought about that, dude.
People are like, I've seen this thing on the dark web and I just like didn't sleep for a year. It's like, how different is that from what we're seeing on Twitter? I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that. Because honestly, in the last 10 years alone, what we see online has gotten way more graphic.
I mean, once Elon took over, it's a different Twitter, bro.
It literally switched a flip.
It's a different Twitter.
Yeah.
Come on. Like you're seeing.
Oh, easy.
I had to block like these more, like there's like this thing called like morbid knowledge or something like that. Yeah. I literally had to mute it on Twitter because I'm like, okay, like.
Did you see he's sometimes losing profit from that because of that?
Well, sometimes you want to you don't necessarily like seek it out, but like if you see, you're like, oh, that's wild, blah blah, like share it. Mm-hmm. But like after a while, it's like I don't want to keep seeing this.
Well, I was gonna say, for example, you see a big booty, right?
Yeah,
we've all been there. You see a big booty, you're like, damn, okay, that shit's fat. I might not like it because I don't want nobody looking at my likes, but I see it, I keep moving, right? Yeah. And then 2 days go by and I see 2 more big booties, and I'm like, all right, 2 big booties, nice. And then a couple days go by and I'll see 5 big booties, and that's how the algorithm. Dude,
5 big booties.
The algorithm
that's too much.
It's so messed up. Yeah. That's what it is.
That's your algo?
Yeah, bro. I'll just see a big booty after I see one.
Yeah, no, but that is like I think the worst thing about Twitter right now is like you'll see a post that goes viral and then there's all these memes that are unrelated to like the actual content. It's like I go to the comment section. This is why YouTube is king. Mm-hmm. I go to the comment section to see things about like comments about the video that I just watched. Yeah. Because I want to know what other people have to say. I want to see funny stuff. I want to see this, but I don't want to see some unrelated like video that like nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like we've seen it already.
I agree. And then like Instagram's like counter opposite where you just it's just people ripping it. Whatever it is. It could be a little girl with Down syndrome blowing bubbles. And
dude,
like,
why is they
fucking rip
that's a good
bro.
a good topic. Why is Down syndrome like little people?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it like so pushed on social media, bro? Is that just what we want to watch?
Too. Yeah, that's recent too.
It's a problem, bro.
Yeah,
it's a problem. Like nothing wrong with them, but it's like, why is this the content that's like hitting the algorithm so hard? I'm like,
yes, and I was gonna say I have a problem not with the people with Down syndrome themselves,
bro.
But the people,
famous last words.
No, but the people who are fucking running the accounts, bro. Like, because it's usually a parent or it's a sister or it's a relative or y'all are the ones who are fucked up because that's what you're thinking, right? They're exploiting these people.
Well, I don't know if they're exploiting because I think a lot of like people either with Down syndrome or like some sort of deformity or like one arm, like people with one arm, like a lot of them run their own accounts. But it's like, why is this minority of the population or like so like such a small percentage of the population takes such a big chunk of the algo?
That's just the time period we live in, man.
Like, why, bro?
Seriously.
That's what you have to see.
Yeah.
Like to like, I don't know. Are you getting entertainment out of it or like what? Like some of the stuff's funny. Like, don't get me wrong, but like,
if social norms were a stock market,
you think we're in the tank?
The regular everyday American man has gotten the lowest stock in this last 5 years.
Yeah.
Than
what do you think?
Than every other stock.
Why do you think? Like in terms of like,
that's just the way the world's moving.
Like
that's
how much?
Popular.
How much of the algo they're like getting?
Yeah. What's selling? What's selling? What are people clicking on? What are people searching? Yeah. What is the youth into? Like it's being different. It's being yourself. It's being all these things. And so when you have a platform that shows, hey, I have special needs, but I also specialize in juggling. That automatically puts you at the top of the juggling pool because no one gives a fuck about the guy who's a regular ass dude who can juggle.
Or like little kids,
that you have they care that you have a disability. Have you seen that little?
Have you seen that little fat kid with the glasses? That's like a little fat white kid that's like on Instagram. He's always going viral. Like, hey guys, dude, like.
No.
Kids are going to grow up. Man, bro. They're going to grow up on social media because, like, when you're an ugly looking kid or, like, you're funny looking or, like, you have, like, a funny voice and something and you, like, blow up on social media, like, 10 years from now, nobody's going to care.
This is a perfect segue. Did you see that new thing that just dropped? I think it was, like, yesterday or last night. Kai Cenat responded to his fans saying that he made kid content. Did you see that?
Kid content?
Yeah, content for kids. And he basically, he was going off because he thinks he makes content for people his age, which is 24, 23, 22, 21. Basically, he said adults is what his content is.
I would. What do you think? His content's definitely for like, I would say anywhere from like 11 to like 24-year-olds.
Really?
Or maybe, I mean, I'm 26, so I watch some of his content. But like,
isn't that
I'm
weird,
not
though?
like binge watching. But like his core fan base, the chat is probably like mostly young kids.
They have to be.
But that's
early
just
teens,
that's
right?
not a reflection of like him necessarily. That's just a reflection of the platform.
Interesting.
Because like, who's watching? You're not gonna get like a lot of like 30-year-olds watching like Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just
like
interesting.
they're probably watching like Netflix.
He'll have like these things where he does like these girls with like big bunda and they'll come on and stuff like that, and then
like a Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, but he claims
nobody's watching.
But
no 30-year-olds watching. Like no 30-year-olds like, oh man, Kai's live.
Right.
You know,
so that's what I'm saying. It's like, let's be real here.
They're working.
Like, let's be real here. Like your content is for that 11.
But you got to understand,
15.
Everybody on Twitch's content's for that.
True.
Whether it's like hot tub streams.
Yeah.
Whether it's like. That's just who's gonna click. Like,
that's true.
That's who's on the platform. It is what it is.
I also think he has to just protect his brain when it comes to that kind of stuff. But to your point, I think that like these influencers aren't making content for kids, but that's just the stuff that they're consuming.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's just at the end of the day, that's just what we're getting. You know what I mean? So rather they mean to do that or not,
like that's
what these kids are absorbing.
Like you think kids are watching Joe Rogan?
Oh, 100%.
But like they're watching Kai?
No. No,
It's
they're
just different,
not.
bro.
They're not in Joe Rogan's chat. Like, yeah, they're not
No,
in Joe
they're
Rogan's
not,
chat.
bro.
Like, dub, L,
Yeah.
L, dub, dub,
Exactly.
Like, they're not
Like,
doing all that
L-Mans,
shit.
L-Mans.
Yeah, they're not doing all that shit. But like, dubs in the chat, dubs. No,
sus. You're glazing.
but
Joe, you're glazing.
that's just. I mean, I guess.
Can we make that the word of 2023?
Glazing?
It's like glazing, bro.
Yeah, if last year's was probably gaslighting.
Gaslight, like 2022 or 2023?
2023 was probably gaslighting. Or,
You think so?
Or Riz.
You heard that a lot?
Or Riz.
Yeah, Riz.
I heard a lot of
You
Riz.
heard gaslighting?
Yeah, gaslighting.
Like, Kenny, you're gaslighting me.
It took me all of 2023 to figure out what gaslighting fucking meant. Like, and then
Yeah,
I found
really?
out. I was like, oh my
What do you think gaslighting is?
gaslighting is just like how it sounds. It's just like whenever you're saying one thing but you mean another.
Yeah, I mean, I think gaslighting is like, you're just trying to like basically get like a rise out of somebody.
Yeah, it's like you're saying like, hey, that
I don't
sky
know.
is
Nobody
blue.
knows what gaslighting means,
the
bro.
sky is blue, and then
Yeah.
but it's actually like fucking red
Nobody
or
knows
orange.
what gaslighting means. Let's be honest.
But yeah,
Oh fuck, bro. But yeah, any other major predictions for 2024?
oh man, honestly, probably a lot of conflict. And
If you had to have like a hot take, like this will happen.
innovation.
Innovation, like what?
We're moving away from gas, so that's obviously we're gonna have a lot more electric cars this year.
They are taking over, and they're trying to regulate. They're trying to like
regulate
push it. They're trying to push it.
Yeah, and I think this is just gonna be the year of green. Like they're already starting to push it for the beginning of the year, clean up shit and all that.
What
other stuff,
happens?
so-
What happens to EVs like when it's just cold outside, bro?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I don't have one.
That's a good question.
Does it heat up better or like worse?
Because I heard in extreme heat they have issues.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I've heard that, but I don't know about what like
some of them
cold.
catching on fire. Let me pull a hot take. Give me like a subject area, and I'll give you a hot take.
What's gonna be like the biggest fashion trends of the year?
Oh man!
If
dude.
last year was the big red boot,
the big red boot,
the big red boot was popular.
everything big and obnoxious.
Baggy pants were big last
I think
year.
tall tees are coming back.
I hope skinnies come back.
Skinny jeans? You don't
Yeah.
think skinny jeans are in?
Yeah, I want the skinnies back. I want skinnies back, and I
You
want
know,
like that snapbacks and tattoos.
I'm
era.
saying free the nipple is coming back.
It's still here. It's still here, baby.
I'm saying free the nipple is gonna take over. Like that's gonna be the number
Oh,
one
no,
form of
it's-
protest in 2020.
It's still here. I've seen like 8 nipples on the way here.
8 nipples.
Yeah, bro.
8 nipples. That's 4 people.
That's 4 people.
That's crazy.
Bro. That's real people.
That's almost like we've seen in Casey.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Let us know your guys' predictions for 2024.
Should be a good year, all in all. Let's be honest.
I guess I'll ask you too. Like, did you have any resolutions? Do you do that or nah?
I don't really do resolutions. It's just stuff that I want to work on.
Like goals, or you
Yeah,
just
goals.
like think of your subject area?
It's usually goals. Like last year, my goal was actually to get a place to live. Which I have a place to live now, which is awesome. Because I didn't
Just living on the street
last year. This time I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen, so that was cool. And the year before, my goal was like to get a car, which I think was my goal. But year before that, when I got my car, so that was cool. So I'm just, I usually just have like one big major goal I want to do. So this year, my big major goal is to get back on track.
Mm-hmm.
I still think like a lot of people around my age, maybe you guys are, you feel this too, but like that pandemic really fucked up like the plan of the 20s. You know what I mean? Or it's like the plan for the next couple of years. So
Yeah.
my big thing is just to get that energy back, get that grind back, get that like fucking passion for life back, just happiness. All in all, getting to be back like a human being living in the now. Like that's my goal this year, is just to get that all back. So yeah, so far so good.
I would say prediction, probably housing market crash. I've been saying that for years, but I think
It's crazy, bro.
I think this is the year, just because it's became more expensive to like
everywhere, bro.
to rent than it is to like actually live in a house.
Bro.
Which I don't think that's how the market's supposed to be. I don't know. I'm not a financial real estate expert, but that is my prediction. As far as goals, I just want to get that LLC this year, man.
Yeah, facts.
But pretty much, I'm looking at my goals from last year. I achieved most of them. There's a couple I didn't, but that's why they're goals, and you strive.
Yeah,
you strive to try to get what you want, and it's looking up. We got some big things coming up this year. look out for your boy. You know, that's all I gotta say.
Trying to get some good interviews this year too.
Yeah,
because we went ham with last year's interviews, like at the beginning, and then we started doing more like our content.
Yeah, we kind of figured out what worked though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Because I think it was like 2 months in a row, 3 months in a row, where we just had like guest after guest after guest after guest. We had like Chris, and then we had Tricky, and then we had like, it was just boom, 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 boom. So yeah, we're gonna get back on that grind for sure. Gonna get some good people back up here, and yeah, man, we see y'all St. Louis people doing y'all work, man. We're gonna get y'all on here again. Get y'all on here. Get some stuff going.
St. Louis going up, man.
I was gonna say I've been talking to Too Cold, so we'll get him back on to get some content with him.
Yeah,
next time he's up here. So yeah, man, we got some stuff coming on.
Yeah, but give us your predictions for 2024. Any goals you got? Anything you want to hear about? We got a nice little long form episode in this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anything for the people, Kenny?
No, I hope you guys enjoyed this meat and cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Got one more for you coming this year. 224.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. My name is Drew Young. You can find me at FreeDinio on Instagram. Go send your boy a follow. And then we got Kenny Brown over here. You're not going to shout out yourself?
In the motherfucking Kenny Bees in the motherfucking... Hey, follow me on Instagram, Kenny__Lee. Hopefully we get some car content going this year. We'll see. But,
car content?
We might see.
All right.
We might see. So
there you go. You heard it here first. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you like the podcast. And give us your thoughts down below. Thanks for listening. We out. 2024. We here.